That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition now.
Game on, it's about to go down. A juke and shake it all up. My moves make 'em run them up. I'm lit, so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can take cakes by the pound. But the pussy with the love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round.
Oh, we're ready. Right up, Chirag!
party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it
me the females, I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it for and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
Jackson incomplete.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ingram, the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Brought him down. Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
On 3rd down, Griffin eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
7-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson flush to his right. He'll run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Derek Wolfe there on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Jackson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 7. Ravens nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Check three. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, middle.
Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
3rd and long. It's Griffin. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff to Ingram. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
At the 33-yard line.
On second and 15 now. Griffin escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Mark Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Accelerating, and off he goes. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now this throw caught left side. Willie Snead all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 74 yards. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Is good.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Justice Hill. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Brought down.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Griffin. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd.
Jackson.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down, 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
7-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Final play of the half. It's Griffin. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll buy some time right. He uncorks it for Snead. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. On the move to his left. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate at home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. Then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia, and decisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise, just by how it's gone down. How about Atlanta? I know it's tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And in the Dallas game, they just gave.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st down, Griffin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and the 11.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Escaping the pressure. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
It's a gain of 6.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is RG3. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
4 yards.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw again is Griffin, eluding the pressure right. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
He uncorks it for Snead. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Flush to his right. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Ravens.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Rolling to his right. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Griffin flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They're going deep downfield for Boykin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Throwing again, Griffin being chased out left. He's going deep for Brown, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Going for it all. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grab.
Open man, Boykin, he's got him. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Miles Boykin.
Miles Boykin, 29 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The return man is Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this off. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Sacked.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. They'll roll him out right. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call a defense and uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson. When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Working left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Jackson to throw. Out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now a desperate, wide open, complete, 20, 10, 5, and he almost made it, but just short. Final.
Come on now, let's do this.
Hey. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Pull you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Pull you down with me, down with me. Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name on my crowd, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello.
soldier. Nights like this, I wish I was